More scenes there from what they're calling the Not My President's Day protests across the country today. That particular one from Chicago as Democrats get ready to elect the next chair of the DNC this week. The question of how to harness that energy, one of the central issues the party is facing. Democrats looking for the next national leader. Joining us now, one of the candidates vying for that position. He is South Carolina Democratic Party Chairman Jaime Harris, and he wants to be the national chairman. Jaime, thanks for taking a few minutes and joining us. Well, that term, and I think you just heard it in that clip we played, that term is all over the place. Resistance, the resistance. So many of the rank and file members of your party are using that term to talk about this presidency. This is not a president to be negotiated, to be bargained with. This is a president to be resisted. If you're the chair of the Democratic Party, is that your role? Are you leading a resistance?
Well, you're leading a resistance, but you're also creating hope and building hope. And that's something really, really important. We can't just be against Donald Trump. We also have to be for something. And we have to provide some positive message so that people can look at the Democratic Party and say, that is the party that I believe has the answers to address the issues that we're dealing with.
But can't that question, the Democratic Party has to be for something, is one of the things the Democratic Party can be for, is one of the things that can be for cooperation with this president, bargaining, negotiating with this president, or is this party right now, this Democratic Party, about resisting?
Well, Steve, this is the question. What are we going to negotiate? If Donald Trump says we're going to cut $1 billion out of education, what do we sit at the table and negotiate so it's a cut of $500 million? No, that goes against, fundamentally goes against the values of our party.
What if he says I want to do a big infrastructure program? Is it resistance, or is it, hey, we'll sit down and have the conversation with you?
Well, the question is, who does the infrastructure benefit? Does it benefit all of his friends so that he can give them huge construction contracts? Or is it actually fixing the roads and the bridges that we need to fix in America? Is it putting working people to work? That's the big question that we have to figure out. But so far, this president has not, not extended his hand to Democrats or anybody across the aisle. He's just been on attack mode, going against the media, going against the judiciary branch, going against individuals in the society. And enough is enough. We're tired of that, and we're not going to sit at a table with somebody who doesn't want us at the table.
I guess that's just, I don't mean to belabor the point, but I think it's a central question for the Democratic Party right now, because we're seeing and hearing the voices we just played there that are saying don't normalize, don't legitimize, this is resistance. That we had a poll we talked about on this show a couple weeks ago. It showed a majority, an outright majority of Democrats across the country saying just vote no on all the proposals, just vote no on all the nominees. I'm just wondering, at a basic, almost philosophical level, if you're the leader of the Democratic Party, you say you have questions about what Donald Trump might be looking for out of infrastructure. Are those questions you're willing to sit down and address with him, or is it no conversation, no discussion, just resistance?
Well, at this point, Steve, I think we're going to take a page out of Mitch McConnell's book. We're going to treat Donald Trump the same way that they treated President Barack Obama. And so at this point, we're pushing back, because enough is enough. There has been no olive branch extended to Democrats. This is a man who lost by the popular vote by 3 million votes, yet he has particularly gone after all of these various groups. He's nominated people who aren't mainstream, and that is not the way to build a government, to build goodwill. Everything is unprecedented with this guy. 39% approval rating. Have we ever seen that with a new president? Have we ever seen a president to have to cast a vote to get a nominee through the United States Senate? Have we ever seen a president who's played footsie with Vladimir Putin? I mean, everything's unprecedented, and enough is enough. Democrats we don't have the tolerance or the willingness to sit down and move forward with this guy, because he doesn't want to move forward with us.
And those protests today, we're covering them. They are saying in the title of the protest, "Not my president." Do you share that sentiment?
Well, listen, he's president of the United States, so yes, he is a president in which the country that we believe in. But he has done so many things that are unpresidential. I mean, just by how he occupies the White House, it's just, I mean, it's unprecedented to have someone like Steve Bannon in the White House. Unprecedented to have someone like Jeff Sessions leading the Justice Department. So yes, we're frustrated, we're upset, and enough is enough. We're not going to tolerate it, and we're going to push back and we're going to resist.
All right, Jaime Harrison, the chair of the South Carolina Democratic Party, the election this coming weekend.